I always say that the season for next year really takes place right now with how well you do in the transfer portal. And Indiana has to be ecstatic because they are hitting extra base hits out of the transfer portal. 6 have committed to IU in the last 48 hours. Hey, welcome to the Sports Rush. I am Brett Rump. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this channel. What a 48-hour period for the Indiana Hoosiers. They have landed some of the top names in the portal, and right now they are the #1 ranked portal class in all of college basketball. I mean, it's got to start right at the top with Marcus Burton, the former Penn High School star who stayed at home, went to Notre Dame, suffered the injury last year, wasn't able to play for Micah Shrewsbury, but he has already committed to Indiana. And Darren DeVries, 6'2 guard, averaged 18.5 points per game for Notre Dame. And he's a guy that can play the point. He could play off the ball, but mostly he is going to be more of the point guard for Indiana, but a scoring point guard. And then you add to that Sherrell, the 6'10 big out of Alabama. He's a stretch kind of guy, 11.1 points per game. Also averaged over 6 rebounds. The big guy out of SMU, who I don't know how to pronounce his name, Samet Yigitolu, is that it? Is that close? He's a 7'2" center that reminds you a lot of Mara out of Michigan, who we saw this past season. Averaged about 11 points per game. Still has some refining to do with his skill set, but you know what? You can't coach 7'2". I mean, the guy's got 7 feet 2 inches of size, and at IU, you will take that in a heartbeat. And then you add to that Jaden Mustaf out of Georgia Tech, the 6'5 guard, averaged 10.4 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists, a little bit of a do-everything 2-3 man. You've got Darren Harris out of Duke, another 6'5 guy, 3.3 points per game, limited action for the Blue Devils. And then you've got Bryce Lindsey tonight out of Villanova. He made his commitment, a 6'3 guard, 12.5 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, had a couple of assists a contest. I mean, this is shaping into a solid roster for IU. They've got a head start on the field because at this point, most teams have picked up 2-3 commitments, but IU tearing it up. Another team that's tearing it up pretty well, Kelvin Sampson, the former IU coach down at Houston. I mean, they just keep adding commitment after commitment, including former Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodon, Corey Hadnot, CJ, as we knew him here in Fort Wayne. I'm not sure if he's going to go by Corey down at Houston. All of the posts I have seen have referred to him as Corey Hadnot II. But, he averaged over 20 points per game for the Mastodons. And I think what Houston fans don't realize is he started his career as a defensive specialist. And so he brings that defensive mindset to Houston, where it seems to be kind of a perfect match for a guy like Hadnot, who played his high school ball in Houston, originally out of Atlanta, but kind of considers both places somewhat home because of his time he spent in Houston playing during his high school career. But Hadnot will go to the Houston Cougars, and he won't be alone. They've got like 4 or 5 other guys that have already committed to Houston as well. But Indiana, wow, what a job in the portal to pull in Burton, Sherrell, Yigitolu, the 7-footer. And I could be completely botching his name, and I apologize if I am. Lindsey, Mustaf, Harris, I mean, they have scored big out of the portal. And then you don't want to forget that Indiana also got Trent Sicily to stay. Now, there was a lot of thought that Trent Sicily, after getting basically benched and not playing the back half of the season, the back half of the Big Ten schedule, Would he be happy staying at Indiana? Well, he ended up committing to return to the Indiana Hoosiers. And so you look at the size that Indiana has on the roster right now. Burton at 6'2", Lindsey at 6'3", a couple of 6'5" guys. You've got Trisley at 6'8", Sherrell at 6'10", and then the 7'2" big out of SMU. Pretty solid range. I mean, they're filling all the needs, checking all the boxes. Now it's just a matter of building more depth and trying to bring in some extra talent in case you have injuries or something else happens. So really good couple of days for the Indiana Hoosiers in the transfer portal.